think it's amazing that you're here. There are an infinite amount of opportunities that you could be doing instead, right? You could be at a concert, or camping, or at home watching a movie. But something inside of you, something of your own personal volition, something driven by your personal value system drove you to be here. And your personal value system sends you to things that are going to make your life better, like the DENtalks. So I think it's important that we listen to that inner voice, that drive, more often than not, and that's going to bring us to things that are going to make our life better. One of my favorite authors, Malcolm Gladwell, wrote this book called Blink, and the whole concept is that oftentimes our gut instinct is more reliable than the scientific method or than rational deduction. That sometimes we know things so deeply that we might not know on the superficial conscious level. And he gives example after example that proves this. The first one in the book is about a beautiful art piece that's super rare, super expensive, that's discovered and then on sale. And all the experts review it with their specific criteria, and they say, yeah, it's authentic, it's a great deal, blah, blah, blah. But buyer after buyer goes and sees it, and no, it doesn't feel right, and walks away. Eventually, someone does collapse to all the pressure from all the experts and all these other people's opinions saying, oh, it's authentic, it's a great deal. They purchase it, but of course, years later they find out it was a fraud. And so this person who ended up buying it should have listened to their gut instinct, like the other people who avoided it, again, to put their life in the right direction. Another one of my favorite authors, God, wrote this book called The Torah.
Yeah,
and,
right. Good reviews.
There's
my favorite too, by the
yeah,
way.
yeah. Yeah, New York Times bestseller. And there's a story of a person, Abraham, who is kind of a big deal, and he is famous for going against what society tells him, what his community told him. I mean, he grew up in a family, in a society of idol worshippers, literally worshiping these statues, and he felt like it wasn't right. He felt like there was something greater, and he pursued that, and he plugged into this greater oneness, into God, and that pushed him to go on this journey to I mean, what was he given? Like to go to a land that I will show you. That's not really security. He left the safety and what he was familiar with and followed his gut and went on this journey that made his life better, but also affected the world. Think about what would have happened if he didn't do that, right? Like, he's the father of monotheism, of modern religion, of our tradition. So it's amazing what kind of impact someone can make. And I think, well, something I learned actually when I was in Israel, Rabbi Alon Rome taught this class on the Parsha Lecha, which is the story of Abraham growing out on his journey, and he says the stories in the Torah are not just a historical reference, it's actually could be allegories for your personal life. So just imagine these parallels. So the three characters are God, Abraham, and the land of Israel. So so the idea is that Abraham parallels you, God parallels that inner voice, and Israel parallels your calling, what you really, in your heart of hearts, should be going after. And so I think what we can learn from that story is that it's important that we trust ourselves and go after what's most meaningful for us, and that'll bring us the most meaningful life and to the people around us. By no means am I saying forget about rational thought or like the scientific method. Those are valuable and important, but I think what's even more important is that gut, that heart, and your drive. So I encourage you to trust yourself, to believe in yourself, and to go for yourself. Thank you.